are correct, but some of them are not. So this one, for example, susceptible to landslides. It seems they went for B. The person typed D, even though the correct answer is prone to landslides. Okay, so take note of that too. All right, let's do last 5 here, and then we move on to antonyms. 31. Don't take Josiah's hostility to heart. He is in reality an amiable fellow. We did this last Saturday.
Yeah.
So let me see if you remember.
Affable.
Don't take Josiah's hostility to heart.
Affable.
He is affable. Correct. Good. Landlords are refurbishing old houses in order to collect higher rents.
We did that one too.
Renovating.
Yeah, we did this.
Renovating.
Very good. So you do not even waste time at all. And that is, you see, that is one advantage of meeting questions you have actually solved before. You see them and you are like, you smile and only answer and move on. Anyway, 33. Outspoken teachers are often persecuted by their principals.
Maltreated.
Maltreated is correct. Elena was a celebrated singer at the age of 18. Let me see if you can give me the answer even before I show you the possible answers.
Famous.
Hey. Sure. People know the joke crowd. Yeah, famous is correct. And then the final one for this, we may come back to it. That is if we have time, we'll come back to it. But final one is success in life is contingent on hard work.
Dependent
on hard work. Very good. So please, we are moving to antonyms. Okay, opposite in meaning. We are moving to antonyms. Very good. So we started with number 1. And let me read the instruction. In the following sentences, there is one word underlined and one gap. From the list of words lettered A to D, choose the correct word that is most nearly opposite in meaning to the underlined word, and that will at the same time correctly fill the gap in the sentence. For some of them too, yes, this initial stages, some of them we have actually looked at them. So I'm sure you'll be able to find the answer easily. Mr. Manson spoke to us in impeccable English, while his wife's language was
excited.
Hey, we looked at this question on Saturday.
40.
Yes, it's 40.
Opposite in impeccable.
Yeah, it's opposite.
Please, we have moved from synonyms.
Impeccable.
Can I continue?
Yes.
Yeah, please, when you speak in impeccable English, okay, there is nothing wrong with it. It is so clear. Without blemish. That is impeccable English. So if it is not impeccable, then it's faulty. That is, impeccable means without fault.
Without fault, yeah, unblemished. Okay.
Yes, without fault. Yes. So Mr. Mensah spoke to us in impeccable English, while his wife's language was faulty. So the husband spoke without fault, but the wife did the otherwise. So take note. We looked at this on Saturday anyway. All right. Number 2. The writer in his youthful days dealt with fresh themes. Now, it should be now, however, his ideas are rather
Tail.
Yes, you remember this, eh?
Yeah.
Yes, tail is correct. So if it is not fresh, then it is tail. Okay, good. Then 3. Students who are meticulous And we have met meticulous here too. Students who are meticulous usually do better in examination than dash ones.
Careless.
Careless, good.
Careless.
Because this opposite in meaning. Very good.
Careless.
Question number 4. At the station, while some passengers went off the bus, others
Got on.
Got on.
Got on.
Got on.
got on. Yes, remember we spoke about this. Off, on. So got on. Great. Number 5. Kweku appeared to be nonchalant on hearing the news, but his wife was clearly
Disturbed.
disturbed is correct.
Disturbed.
Is correct.
Disturbed.
That is the antonym for nonchalant. Yes.
Mm.
Good. 6. The World Health Organization has called on all nations to combat the spread of AIDS.
Facilitate.
Correct.
No.
Facilitate the spread of AIDS. Very correct. Very correct. Many residents of the city lost their priceless property as a result of the earthquake.
Priceless.
Worthless.
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 Worthless is correct. Very good. Worthless is correct. It rained incessantly for 6 hours yesterday. It rained incessantly for 6 hours yesterday.
Incessantly.
Intermittently.
Intermittently.
Yes, intermittently is correct. Intermittently is correct. Okay. Number 9. Okay, number 9. Many children find the time of Cheche Kule on television convenient.
Favorable.
Unfavorable.
Unfavorable.
Unfavorable is correct. Very good. Unfavorable is correct. 10. The factory manager has laid off all indolent workers. The factory manager has laid off all indolent workers.
Hardworking.
Hardworking. Indolent means lazy. Indolent is lazy. So if the person is not lazy, then the person is what? Hardworking. What we are dealing with. Yes, opposite in meaning. Okay. Then 11. The students were lauded for their hard work. The students were lauded for their hard work.
Criticized.
It's correct. Because
Disgraced.
lauded means they were actually praised. Lauded, they were praised. Okay, and then the antonym for it is criticized. No, not necessarily disgraced.
Thank you.
Not necessarily. The out of this, the correct, the most appropriate answer is criticized for their hard work. 12. My mother is more liberal in her views than my father. My mother is more liberal in her views than my father.
Republican. Conservative.
Conservative, yeah.
Yeah, it's correct. Conservative. Yeah. Anyway, so once we have the liberal and then the conservative, that's great. Number 13. Many African societies are essentially homogeneous. Many African societies are essentially homogeneous. The possible answers are variable, organic, plain, diverse.
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 Diverse is correct. Okay, diverse is correct. Homogeneous is more of one way.
One way.
So if it is not one way, so we have divergent and then convergent. So you have divergent opinions. Okay, so if we say, let me take you back, most African societies are usually homogeneous. They want to stick to a particular culture, and that is what they want to do, while others are open, okay, to even accept others. That is according to this question. Okay. 14. As a result of his affluence, Mr. Oye shops at Kingsway only. As a result of his affluence, Mr. Oye shops at Kingsway only.
Poverty.
The poverty.
Poverty is correct, because if you say somebody is affluent, very rich, okay, well-to-do, so the reverse is poor. So affluence, as a result of his affluence, the correct answer will be poverty. 15. The judge gave Bruni the maximum sentence because he found nothing to say to justify his crime. To justify his crime.
Justify.
Condemn.
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 Condemn is correct. Good. Condemn is correct. Because please, this is about what we are talking about. What synonym, antonyms.
Yeah.
Antonyms. So take note. Good. 16. Though the man was very confident, his wife appeared to be quite
Nervous.
We also saw this question. Nervous is correct. Before the election, Kwesi was quite humble, but he became dash after a few months in office. We saw this last Saturday.
Arrogant.
Arrogant is correct. Okay. 18. Surprisingly, though one brother was a spendthrift, the other was quite
Miserly.
miserly. Good.
Pepe.
Miserly. 19. Some of the colors were certainly attractive, but the others were
repulsive.
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 Repulsive is correct. Good. 20. The first accident, in my opinion, was avoidable, but the second one was
Inevitable.
Inevitable.
Inevitable is correct. Inevitable is correct. Because avoidable is the same as preventable, but this time we are looking at the opposite in meaning. Inevitable. Good. 21. In his youth, Bawa was so cowardly that everyone was surprised at his sudden
Bravery.
Correct. Bravery is correct. Bravery is correct. 22. Though many of the toys were inexpensive, the most beautiful among them were
inexpensive.
So yeah. I'm sure you were expecting to see expensive. So if you don't find expensive, what would you go for?
Dear.
Yeah, good. So though many of the toys were cheap or they were inexpensive, the most beautiful among them were expensive.
Yeah.
That is dear. Good. 23. The prisoners were liberated after many years in
captivity.
Yes, captivity. (24) The company has moved from temporary accommodation to dash premises.
Permanent.
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 Permanent is correct. Permanent is correct. Some of them are very straightforward. 25. Nana read a prepared speech at the party, but Joanna gave an dash one.
Absurd.
Take your time. Nana read a prepared speech, just like the presidents. They prepare their speeches for them. They come and stand and then read it, blah, blah, blah. So if it is not prepared for you, then what do you do?
Extempo.
Repeat yourself, please. I didn't quite hear what you said.
Absurd.
Extempo.
Said no. Yes, the correct answer is A.
Extempo.
When you speak extemporarily, it means yes. We can even say you speak off the cuff.
Oh, okay.
It's just like when you are in radio, you are doing off the cuff.
Yeah, because
You just
in
stand
the
there and then
church you
just
say that you can do the liturgical prayer or extempo prayer.
Are you
Over there.
Yeah, so please, if the speech is not prepared for you, then you can do the extempore one. Yeah, you go and stand there and then you just rattle it. All right, 26. 26. There was heavy traffic on the road, so John slowed down, but the taxi driver dashed and overtook him. And please, the possible answer A is supposed to be accelerated. The possible answer A is accelerated. Then D hurried up, C braked, and D hastened.
Accelerated. Accelerated and hurry up.
This is about car. So use the proper terminologies.
Accelerated.
So I correct the correct answer is accelerated.
Accelerated.
The correct answer is accelerated. Yes. This is about car here. So if one slows down, the other accelerates. So they could have even used there was heavy traffic on the road. So John decelerated, but the taxi driver accelerated and overtook him. So as I said, the correct answer is A, and A is supposed to be accelerated, past tense, accelerated. 27. Mr. Bayos' account of the incident was fictitious. Mr. Bayos' account of the incident was fictitious.
Present. Or factual. Factual.
Yeah, factual is correct. If it is
fictitious, then
if it is fictitious, then it means there is a question mark.
Yeah.
Okay. But if it is not fictitious, then it is factual. So if it is fictitious, it is not factual. And I say always take note. If you are answering antonyms, know that you are dealing with opposite in meaning. Good. 28. There are a strange pair. Sorry, they are a strange pair. One of them is very refined in his manners, while the other is
uncouth.
Uncouth is correct. You can also look out for mundane, uncouth or mundane. Okay, mundane. Okay. Then 29. The purpose of education is to facilitate progress, not to dash it.
Impede it.
Impede is correct. Impede is correct.
Yeah, fine.
Yes. And anyway, let's make progress. 30. While Oye is extravagant, his brother is
mean.
for some of these things. Look at the answers and see if you can eliminate. Elimination by rough tactics. You know, when we talk of extravagance, okay, you know it has to do with showmanship. You just spend by hand. That is extravagance. So if you are not, then mean, corrupt, kind.
I think
The
kind.
correct answer is frugal. It's frugal.
Fru
It's not
frugal.
kind, please. The correct answer is frugal.
First time at the wedding.
Frugal. Extra.
When you are economical, okay, when it comes to spending of money, you are very economical. You take your time. You don't overspend. That is frugality. But we are told that Oye is extravagant. She does the opposite. But the brother is frugal. Please take note. And it has to do with spending of money. So kindness, corrupt, mean, will not even suffice. That's why I said you have to do elimination by rough tactics, because extravagance has to do more with spending of money. As to whether you spend it sparingly or economically, or you do the other way around. And extravagance is overdoing it. So if you take your time and do it economically, then that is frugality. So while his brother is frugal. Good. 31. Many Christians often forget the temporal responsibilities of their leaders.
Permanent.
Take your time and answer this question for me. Many Christians often forget the temporal responsibilities of their leaders.
Secular. Material.
Permanent.
Okay,
Temporal.
you are saying permanent. Let's see.
Temporal.
Somebody also mentioned secular. Yes, any other?
The spiritual.
Please, the correct answer is spiritual. The person who mentioned the secular, you rather went in for nearest in meaning.
Okay.
The one who mentioned secular. And please, it's good we are doing this. We confuse temporary with temporal.
Okay.
Temporary. If something is not permanent, then it's temporary.
Okay, yeah.
But this is temporal, and temporal has to do more with secular, non-spiritual, worldly, profane. That is temporal. So let's get this. When you are writing your essays, make sure you use the proper one. If you are talking of something that's not permanent, then you are using temporary. That's why I said take your time and answer this question for me. Okay, so temporal here means non-religious. So the opposite will be religious, which is spiritual in a way, which is spiritual in a way. Okay, so like even carnal. So we have been using the words. We have been using carnal, flesh, mortal. Okay, secular, profane, material things, mundane, earthly. All these are temporal. Okay, and the opposite in meaning is spiritual. Good. 32. The Minister of Finance was condemned by some men who thought he had been mismanaging the economy. The Minister of Finance was condemned.
Supported.
Lauded.
Condemn the same as
Yeah,
you
which
did.
one are you going for?
Yeah, Papa, loaded.
Yeah, loaded.
Loaded is correct. Thank you. Loaded is correct. Very good. Very good. Okay, let's move on to last 3 questions. 33. We have been advised not to do things that are abominable. We have been advised not to do things that are abominable.
Abominable. Which is not
Pleasing.
accepted. Pleasing.
The answers are pleasing, strange, popular, and colorful.
Pleasing.
Okay, correct. Pleasing is correct. That's the opposite for abominable. Then 34. The day was very listless after her protracted illness.
I'll go for energetic.
Energetic is correct. Energetic is correct. That is the opposite of listless. Then the final question. But even before that, the final question, the listless there, okay? Listless simply describes somebody who lacks energy. You understand? You lack energy. So if you are to give the opposite of that one, then it means you do not lack energy. So you are energetic. All right, 35. Opoku made an invaluable contribution during the group discussion. Opoku made an invaluable contribution.
Substantial.
A substantial is correct.
Substantial.
Substantial is correct. And in this case, they failed to underline the "and." Both "and" and "invaluable" are underlined, but the person who typed made a mistake. Remember when you are, I remember telling you during the comprehension class that if you are going for words which will replace the underlined word, if there is an article, then it means the one you provide must also have what? An article. And when you look at all the 4 possible answers, there are articles that precede the words. A worthless, a substantial, an incredible, an incomprehensible. So it means that an invaluable is supposed to be underlined. An invaluable. So Opoku made an invaluable contribution, and the opposite will be valuable. So since we do not have valuable there, then you search for a word that will replace valuable, and that is the substantial. Okay, so please, that is it for antonyms. Let's move on to interpretation of sentences. Interpretation of sentences. Okay, after each of the following sentences, a list of possible interpretations of all or part of the sentence is given. Choose the interpretation you consider most appropriate for each sentence. 1. Mr. Amwesi has done a lot for our company. We must therefore give him a run for his money. This means that we must make him run a race for money, give him a chance to win some money, allow him to use his money to run the company, give him some reward for his efforts.
Give him some reward for his effort.
D.
Yeah, the correct answer is D. Give him some reward for his efforts. Very good. Number 2. Over here, we grow tomatoes in and out of season. Over here, we grow tomatoes in and out of season. This means that we grow tomatoes
At all times.
At all times. Most
In and
often.
At all times.
on and off. Some of the time. Most often.
Please take your time and give me the correct answer.
Out of.
Then is most of the time.
I'll go for D. Oh,
How sure are you?
I'll go for
Then it should be at all times. On and off. But in and out means whether the weather is good or not. They grow tomatoes. Whether it's good
Okay.
season or not, they grow tomatoes.
At all times.
At all times.
Yes, do you all agree with what your friends are saying?
B and C, they are not. Oh, okay, maybe they see to most of it. No. B and C are out, so it's A and then the D, so it's D.
Yo. Number 3.
So Daddy, what's the answer? At all times?
But you have given your explanations.
Yes, my is at all times.
Yes, my dear, do you have any explanation you want to give?
Mommy, he's talking to you.
Oh, no, I agree with at all times.
Okay.
Okay. Let's make progress. Though the job you've given me is really tough, I am going to see it through.
I'm going to complete it.
It's correct. Going to complete it. You are going to see it through. So you are going to complete it. Very correct. Number 4. My boy is very ambitious. He is setting himself up as a doctor. This means he is setting himself up as a doctor. Out of the 4 options, which one will you go for?
Eh?
He has illusions of being a doctor.
Illusions. When you are setting yourself up.
Planning.
No, has no plan.
No.
Okay.
No, it's wrong. So,
The D is out.
So
Bruh.
look at the possible. You see, you go for the most appropriate answer.
Already started his clinic.
When you say you have illusions, you are kind of dreaming. But this one, he is setting himself up. If you are setting yourself up, he has already started his own clinic. Out of what the options here, that is the most appropriate answer.
oh,
The A
such his own clinic.
is you are only dreaming.
Yeah.
But we are told, you are being told that what he is setting himself up.
So he has started.
Yes, he has started his own clinic. The C and the D are out. It's against the idea of being a doctor, has no plans of being, they are out.
Yeah.
So, but if you look at the A2, has illusions of being a doctor. He's just dreaming. Okay, but this one we are being told he's setting himself up. So he has actually started something.
No, I said doctor. Oh, okay.
5. Yes. 5. I hadn't quite finished talking when the girl snapped my nose off. I hadn't quite finished talking when the girl snapped my nose off. This means the girl, do you have any idea even before I give you the possible answers?
The girl interrupted her.
The girl interrupted. Okay, these are the possible answers. A, bit off my nose. B, rudely interrupted me. C, pulled up her nose at me. D, begged me to stop talking.
A. B.
B.
A, which is which?
B. B.
Yeah, B, rudely interrupted. Yeah, that is the correct
B.
answer. Yeah, so this one has nothing to do with physical nose.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with physical nose. Okay, good. 6. The woman sobbed out her son's death in a traffic accident. This means that the woman sobbed out her son's death in a traffic accident. This means that the woman A, sobbed so that her son would die up in an accident. B, sobbed while her son was dying in an accident. C, has an accident in which her son died. D, sobbed as she narrated her son's death.
C.
C.
Yeah, I'll go for D.
Yes, the correct answer is D, please. Is D. So you cry your heart out, okay? You are trying to narrate something. So sobbed as she narrated her son's death. The woman sobbed out her son's death. Okay, yes. So she was narrating it while sobbing.
Oh.
Yeah. And this is not supposed to be there anyway. So, all right. So let's make progress. 7. Who will give an offer? This second-hand car is going for a song. Who will give an offer? This second-hand car is going for a song. I remember when we were doing figurative expressions and then idiomatic expressions, we looked at going for a song, if you remember.
Yeah.
Okay, so this means the car, sorry.
It's B.
It's being sold very cheaply.
B.
It's being sold very cheaply. Yes, going for a song, being sold very cheaply. Correct. 8. The silly boy has been insulting the woman for a long time. It is now time she squared up with him. The silly boy has been insulting the woman for a long time. It is now time she squared up with him. This means she should
ignore him completely.
No, insult him back. D.
Square, yeah.
It's
It's
D.
now time she's squared.
Ignore him completely.
It's now time she squared up with him. The correct answer is insult him back.
Oh.
Yes, you are squaring things up with him, square. So it means that you are paying him back in his own coin. Whatever he does, you also give him equal measure.
Tit for tat. Okay.
That is it. It is now time she squared up with him. That is what is happening.
Square up with him.
In insulting, I have to give you a dose of your old medicine, sort of.
Give it to you back, okay.
Sorry. I hope we are okay, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You square things up. Just give the person whatever he or she does to you. You also give the person that in return. 9. There is vogue for exotic. Sorry, there is a vogue for exotic haircuts among the youth. There is a vogue for exotic haircuts among the youth. This means that young people A, hate the current haircuts. B, go in for strange haircuts. C, like outmoded haircuts, and D, do not like strange haircuts.
Go in for strange haircut.
Correct, correct, correct. Number 10. In spite of the unpopularity of his opinions, Mr. Aban stuck to his guns. He stuck to his guns. This means that
Stood steadfastly by his declaration.
is correct. The fact that you are disagreeing with me doesn't mean I'm going to change my mind. I stand by whatever I say. So there are some people, you see, there are some people who do not even want to go for majority carries the vote.
Yeah.
There are times the majority may even be wrong. But if you know very well that you are correct, you know very well you are correct, you
Caleb
stick
and
to your
Joshua.
guns. You stand steadfastly by whatever declaration. Yes. So that is what it means. Good. 11. Stella takes pride in her being a mother. This means Stella takes pride in her being a mother. This means Stella
is very boastful.
Very boastful. Is proud to be a mother.
Yeah, D.
very boastful.
D.
Is proud.
Is proud to be a mother is correct. Yeah.
Papa, which is
Takes
correct?
pride
Proud
in
to
her
be a
being a
mother?
D.
D. It's proud.
Yeah, the correct answer is D. D. She is proud to be a mother. She is proud to be a mother. 12. Jamie's proposals are sound and down to earth. Jamie's proposals are sound and down to earth. This means his proposals are
Simple and thoughtful.
Have you read all the possible answers?
Okay.
Good and rooted.
Realistic and practical. Hey, Ampu.
Realistic and practical.
Somewhat.
Which one are you
Yes,
going for?
realistic and practical.
Yes, the correct answer is realistic and practical.
Practical, yeah.
See.
Yes, that's the correct answer. So please be careful when you are selecting your answers.
Yeah.
All right, question 13. The parliamentarians were taken to task for failing to pass the rape law. The parliamentarians were taken to task for failing to pass the rape law. This means the parliamentarians were
criticized.
Criticized is correct. When you take somebody to task, you criticize the person. 14. After the boxer was knocked down 3 times, his manager threw in the towel. After the boxer was knocked down 3 times, his manager threw in the towel. Which means the manager
withdrawn.
Conceded.
These are the possible answers. So read and tell me the correct answer.
Accepted defeat of the word.
These are the answers. These are the answers, please.
Oh, okay.
Accepted
defeat. B.
He accepted defeat.
Accepted defeat.
Okay,
C.
The correct answer is C. Accepted the defeat of the word. He threw in the towel, so he accepted defeat. Yeah. 15. I am not surprised that Tom and Dick are friends. They are birds of the same feather.
Yes.
Alpha.
And please, we don't say birds of the same feathers. No. Birds of the
Birds
same
of
feather.
the same feather.
The same feather. Yes. Because we say no two things are the same. So you see that we are mentioning feather, a single one, birds of the same feather.
Birds
All right,
of the
this
same
means
feather.
Tom and
They
Dick.
are inseparable.
Inseparable.
C.
Behave
Behave.
the same way.
The
Which is
same
which?
way.
You are giving me options. One
Behave
is
the
say
same
Or
or
way. C.
behave the
B.
same way.
Yeah, the
behave
correct
the
answer
same
is
way.
C. They behave the same way. They behave the
Birds,
same way.
birds of the
Birds
same
of the
feather.
same feather.
Behave the same way.
Yes, but there is this saying that birds of the same feather
Flock
flock together.
And they flock
They flock
together.
together. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Somebody says birds of the same feather will confuse the owner. Okay. Number 16. The teacher promised to make an example of any student who absented himself from school. The teacher promised to make an example of any student who absented himself from school. This means the teacher wanted to.
C. Punish the absentee
C.
to deter others.
Yes, punish the absentee to deter others is correct. 17. The ministry's rejoinder to our story was anything but accurate. The ministry's rejoinder to our story was anything but accurate. This means the rejoinder was
straightforward and correct.
C.
oh
C.
no, there is no. I brought in the was anyway. Sorry. This means the rejoinder. Take your time, please. Take your time and read it. And sorry for bringing in the was. There is only one was there, so you will definitely go for that one. But please read the answers carefully. The ministry's rejoinder to our story was anything but accurate.
Touch on all the salient points.
Was
The answer
anything
is
but
D.
accurate.
The answer is D.
It means it is not accurate.
Wow.
That is the meaning. Yes, was anything but accurate. That's the meaning. Anything but accurate. It is not accurate.
What is
So the correct.
the figure of speech?
What is?
What figure of speech is that?
Do you have any answer for us, please?
Anything
No,
but
I'm just asking.
anything but accurate.
But accurate. Anything but accurate means it's not accurate.
It's not accurate.
That is the meaning. It means it is not accurate. Yes.
Okay.
So what's the correct answer?
I thought it was straightforward.
So it will be B.
Yeah,
It will be
B.
D.
the correct answer is D.
Contained incorrect
information. Incorrect information.
Okay.
Did not explain anything. Incorrect.
18. And with the figure of speech too, please, I will try and see if I can get it for you. 18.
Quite unexpected.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Quite unexpectedly, Toka's marriage plans fell through.
B.
This means Toka's plans
B, did not materialize.
Did materialize, yeah.
Did not
Fell through.
materialize. Correct. Did not materialize is correct. Did not. Yeah, they said the plans fell. They fell through. Fell.
Fell through.
Fell. F-E-L-L. Fell through.
Tomu.
It did not happen. It did not go through. Fell through. This abrofos will kill us.
Fell
19.
through.
It didn't happen.
Brofi Yedru.
All
It
the
didn't happen.
teachers. All the teachers.
All
I'll say
the
all the
teachers.
teachers.
All the teachers who licked the headmaster's boots were promoted. This means the teachers were promoted. To, there should be T-O, were promoted to.
C, consciously seek favor from the headmaster.
All the teachers who licked the headmaster's boots were promoted. This means the teachers who were promoted. Okay. This means the teachers who were promoted. C, the correct answer is C, please.
C.
Consciously seek favor from the headmaster. Consciously seek favor. So the bootlickers, they always want to be seeking favor. So they be an bootlicking.
Wow.
Hey. 20.
Sir Collins,
Yes, boss.
bootlickers, can you also say keys ass and so on? What's the difference?
What's
The
the
same thing.
Kisses his ass.
And the America
his
for.
ass? But with that one, yeah. Do you realize that we don't even have anything like that here anyway? Okay.
And in America, well, but the other word is suck up to them.
Huh?
Repeat yourself. My line tripped briefly. Can you repeat yourself?
Until the other word is what?
Hello.
I said that what our brother uses usually used in America, but another word would be suck up to them instead of licking their boots.
Okay. Suck up to them. Okay. All right. Yes, but well, I think you have been answered anyway. You have been answered. And you realize that things like this, when you are even watching television and then they are using them, they try to censor some of them. You know, they censor them. They try to cover up such words like the F word. They are when they are talking, and then somebody makes a statement and you are reporting. When you get there, you try to censor it so that it doesn't come out loud enough for people to hear. Okay. But in this case, if you are a bootlicker, then definitely you are consciously seeking favor from the person, and that's why you are doing that. Good. 20. The new school prefects were advised to leave above board. This means the prefects were asked to leave above board.
Honest in their dealing.
Honest in their dealing.
It's correct.
Yes,
They
A.
asked to be honest in their dealings is very correct. Very correct. Okay. "21. She was in the habit of stealing Peter to pay Paul. She was in the habit of stealing Peter to pay Paul. This means that she
Dishonest.
Took
Dishonest.
money from one person to pay the other.
Dishonest. D.
Dishonest. D.
Yeah, the
Dishonest.
correct answer is dishonest. D. She was a dishonest person.
Dishonest.
She didn't take money from one person to pay the other. She was
Robbing
honest.
Peter to pay for. Papa,
Yes.
sana yeti, maybe a sana meti afefo.
You see, anyway, but you see, these ones that we are not using the literal meaning.
Okay.
We are not going by the literal meaning. Okay. Yes, if you are stealing. You see, look at the word here, stealing. Stealing is even here. Yes, so if you are stealing, then definitely you are not being honest in any way. So robbing Peter or stealing Peter to pay Paul means you are dishonest. 22. The film made my hair stand on end. The film made my hair stand on end. This means that
Terrified by
A.
the film. A.
yes, A is correct. I was terrified by the film. You know, sometimes when people become scared, you see their hair stand straight. Okay. So terrified by the film. I went for a new haircut after watching the film. I was feeling bored. I was not scared. So the correct answer is of terror. Okay, I was terrified by the film. 23. In spite of your opposition, I'll vote for Kamara. He is cut out for leadership. In spite of your opposition, I'll vote for Kamara. He is cut out for leadership. This means that Kamara is reserved for leadership, bound for leadership, determined for leadership, naturally suited for leadership.
Seated.
I think
Naturally.
naturally suited for this
Is
leadership.
D. Naturally.
Oh, very good. That's correct. That's correct. Naturally suited for leadership is correct. 24. The doctor raced against time to save the accident victim. The doctor raced against time to save the accident victim. This means the doctor competed against the victim for attention, tried to beat the time set for his recovery, strove hard to save the victim, tried to complete his job on schedule.
I think strove hard to save the victim.
That's correct. See,
Right. Stroke. Yeah.
yes, it's true. He did everything possible
Yeah.
to save the victim. So we came down on their side. This means that
We adopted their resolution.
okay, let's see. We thought the demands of the students were right. So we came down on their side.
Support.
Decided
to support.
Decided to support the student. D.
Decided to support the students is correct. The answer is B, please. The answer is B. We decided to support them. 26. She was reputed to have had a heart of gold. She was reputed to have had a heart of gold. This means that she was
Very kind.
very kind, very kind. 27. He flew into a passion when she refused his request. He flew into a passion when she refused his request. This means that he was
Extremely angry.
yes, the answer is extremely
Angry.
angry. Extremely angry.
Extremely
Uh,
angry.
yes, if you went to propose or you made a request and then she turned you down, then you decide to fly into passion. Okay. Yes, so that is extremely angry. Amfa. Miss Clark was badly let down by her students. Miss Clark was badly let down by her students. This means that her students behaved badly, were unhappy with her, were not very clever, disappointed her.
Disappointed her.
Miss Clark was badly let down. Yes, disappointed her is correct. Disappointed her is correct. If somebody lets you down, then the person has actually disappointed you. 29. The Black Stars had us sitting on tenterhooks during their match with the Red Devils. The Black Stars had us sitting on tenterhooks during their match with the Red Devils. This means that the Black Stars
made us feel very anxious.
Correct. D, made us feel very anxious is correct. 30. The best student, it should be the best student award won by Bauer was a flash in the pan. The best student award won by Bauer was a flash in the pan. This means Bauer
showed a sudden success that he can't sustain.
Suddenly became famous
showed
because of the award.
a sudden success.
Show a C, yeah.
The correct answer is C.
Yeah.
A flash in the pan, it just and then that's it. You can't sustain it. So the best student award won by Bauer was just a flash in the pan. So this means Bauer showed a sudden success that can't be sustained. Okay. If you go for suddenly became famous because of the awards, no. This is just a flash in the pan. So it cannot be sustained in any way. That's the meaning of flash in the pan. 31. He was beside himself with joy at the good news. He was beside himself with joy at the good news. This means that we answered these questions quite recently. He was beside himself with joy at the good news.
Extremely happy.
What's the answer?
Extremely happy.
What's the answer, please?
A.
A is correct. He was extremely happy at the good news. A is correct. So when you are beside yourself with joy, you are extremely happy. There is extreme happiness. 32. Manu was blind to his son's faults. This means that Manu, we did this already, so quickly and let's make progress. Manu was blind to his son's faults. This means that Manu
took no notice of his son's mistakes.
Took no notice of his son's mistakes is correct. Number 33. Since this is his first posting, the new manager is still feeling his way. This means that the manager is
carefully,
slowly,
Acting
What's the
slowly
correct
and
answer?
carefully. D.
Acting slowly and carefully. It's very correct. 34. I've learned not to dismiss the views of the youth with a wave of the hand. This means I
It's A. Give their
A.
view due
I
consideration.
give their views due consideration is correct. The final question here. Abedu decided to make the supreme sacrifice to save his nation. Abedu decided to make the supreme sacrifice to save his nation. This means Abedu
Is C.
is C. He allowed himself to get killed. He allowed himself to get killed. It's correct.
Where's Yahoo?
Supreme sacrifice. Okay. Let's move on to syntax. Syntax. From the words or groups of words lettered A to D, choose the one that best completes each of the following sentences. And then for some of these words, the initial ones, we have treated them already. Let's start.
Yeah.
Crude oil is
First
first
refined.
refined before we get petrol, correct? After hearing the defense of the accused, the judge dashed him from blame. Exonerated him from blame is correct. 3. Serious cases of indiscipline in schools often need dash measures to check them.
Drastic.
Drastic measures is correct. 4. The dash of words, it should be the dash of a word or words is best determined by its use in a sentence or group of words. The dash
Function.
of a word.
Function
Function is correct. The function
word.
of a word is best determined by its use in a sentence or group of words. Correct. 5. The Dutch churches tend to be skeptical about the spiritual church's claim to speak in tongues.
Orthodox.
Orthodox. I remember, yes, we spoke about this the last time.
Yeah.
Orthodox. Good. 6. The horrors of the Second World War and the dash of a possible third led to the setting up of the United Nations Organization.
Menace.
Menace is correct. B. 7. Owing to the quarrel that erupted at the meeting, owing to the quarrel that erupted at the meeting, I have decided to dash meeting scheduled for tomorrow.
To abstain. Or boycott.
Which is which?
Boycott.
Boycott is correct. Boycott is correct. Yes. Okay. Number 8. My case is a good example of the saying, when troubles come, they come not in dash, but in battalions.
1.
Singles.
Singles.
Remember this. We did this last time.
We did it.
My case is a good example of the saying, when troubles come, they come not in singles, but in battalions. 9. All the dash were present at the funeral.
All the sister-in-laws.
A.
Sisters-in-law.
Yeah, the correct answer is A. Sisters-in-law.
Sisters-in-law.
Yes, sisters. Yeah, sisters-in-law. And not sister-in-laws or sisters-in-laws. Please, it is
No,
sisters-in-law.
sisters-in-laws.
Brothers-in-law.
Sisters-in-law.
Sisters-in-law. One person is a sister-in-law. Two sisters-in-law. Mother-in-law. Mothers-in-law.
Sisters.
All right. Then 10. But for intervention, I dash him. 10. But for intervention,
For intervention.
I would not have. D.
he is correct. I would not have forgiven him.
I would not.
You realize that A and B are outright out of the equation, right?
Yeah.
A and B are out. When you are doing elimination, A and B out. But C, you say, I would have not forgiven him. But remember that would and not, you could even say, I wouldn't have forgiven him. So if you can say, I wouldn't, then it means you cannot come and place have between the would and the not. So that's how can you have to eliminate C as well and go for the correct answer, which is D. So, but for the intervention, I would not have forgiven him. Okay, so this syntax. Arrangement there. 11. Dash entered the classroom when the students began to murmur to one another.
C. C.
The answer is C. Hardly had the new teacher entered the classroom when the students began to murmur to one another. So the correct answer is C. Correct. 12. He'd rather you dash not smoke in his office.
He had rather you did.
Do not.
Somebody said do, another person said did. Which is which?
B.
He had. They had.
Yeah, so the correct answer is did, is A.
Or had, because of the had. Did.
But even the rather is also there. So I'd rather you came to see me. I'd rather you did this. So he'd rather you see that there are times we even say I'd rather prefer you did not, but we usually remove that prefer to and all those things. So straight away, he would rather you did not smoke in his office. Number 12. 13. The witness confirmed that he had actually seen the pickpocket dash the lady's bag. The witness confirmed that he had actually seen the pickpocket
Snatch.
A.
Final answer.
A. Because it's confirmed that it's past.
He had actually seen the pickpocket.
Oh, it's B. Snatches.
A.
To snatch.
He had actually seen the pickpocket
Snatch. Hey. Oh. Confirmed that he had actually seen.
I'm giving you a last opportunity. The correct answer is D.
Yeah.
D, snatch. The witness confirmed that he had actually seen the pickpocket snatch. The
Daddy, we
lady's
thought
handbag.
the sentence was in past. That was past sentence.
Yes, I'm trying to see if I can even get. Let me see. Let me finish and go through my books and see. I see an explanation to that. An explanation to questions like this. Maybe not mention why. Maybe not mention. Yes. Yeah. But it should be snatch. Snatch. The witness confirmed that he had actually seen the pickpocket walk past. You don't say walked. Then 14. Isn't about time your sister? You want to say, is it not about time? So isn't about time your sister
paid? P-A-I-D. D.
Is correct. Paid some attention to her English. Correct. Is it not about time your sister paid some attention to her English? Is correct. 15. Where dash all these years, John?
Where have you been hiding?
So which one?
The D.
A, B, C,
D.
D for dog, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, it's correct. It's correct. Good. 16. I won't eat rice today. I won't eat rice today. Neither
do you.
I won't eat rice today. Neither
Well, you.
Will C.
Neither will you.
Neither C is correct. Neither will you.
Sorry.
Okay, so will, neither. I won't eat rice. Look at the won't over there. So definitely it must go with you. I will not eat rice today, neither will you. 17. No sooner had the bell gone. No sooner had the bell gone.
When the student asked them.
It's C.
It is, the answer is C. Than the students assembled. Than, don't with this one, yes. No sooner had this done. No sooner had the bell gone than the students assembled.
C.
So the answer is C, please.
18.
Look here, my friend. Look here, my friend. Your story is dashed to be believed.
Very much strange.
Okay, you see, some of these things, they sound so pleasing to the ear, but they are
so
not correct.
So much strange.
Your sorrow is very much strange to believe.
It's so much. Yeah.
So much strange?
No, it's C.
Oh, very too much too strange. It doesn't go.
Rafuna, me de Bob, me de come house.
Yeah. Your story is so
Yeah, they are
so
making me no way, but
serious,
then I make
much too strange. Very much strange.
Please, the correct answer is much too strange.
Hey,
I think there's one time
Much too strange to be
much
believed.
so strange.
When I said
I
yeah,
told you
we
that. I told you that it
most
doesn't
of them
sound
so
so pleasing.
Yeah.
It's not that
When
pleasing to the ear.
what? Much too strange.
Much too strange,
Yes.
yeah.
Come on.
Bro, you
Look here, my
Pa,
friend.
pa, 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 pa.
Much
So
too
look here,
strange.
my friend, your story is much
Too strange to be
Much too
believed.
strange to believe.
Okay, much too strange to believe.
19. Would you object to Dash to have lunch with me tomorrow? 19. Would you object to Dash to have lunch with me tomorrow? The possible answers are, so would you object to me ask you, okay, to have lunch, or my ask you to have lunch? C, me asking you to have lunch, and then D, I asking you to have lunch.
Object to.
C, me asking you.
It's correct, it's C.
Me asking.
You see, the D, the reason why you can't go for it is because of the I. Because you have you over here already. Okay, you now have you as a subject here, so you expect that the other one is supposed to be the objective sense. So you have to go for me. Aha. So me asking you to have lunch with me tomorrow. 20. With Dash, we entered the thick forest. With Dash, we entered the thick forest.
With Kofi acting as our leader. D.
It's correct. D. With Kofi acting as our leader, we entered the thick forest. It's correct. 21. With the discovery of an inexpensive Dash fuel source, oil prices dropped significantly. With the discovery of an inexpensive Dash fuel source, oil prices dropped significantly.
Alternative.
Alternative is correct, yes, because prices would definitely drop when there is an alternative source. So definitely once the sources are more than one, it means if you don't reduce your prices, I have another alternative that I can go for.
Alternative.
So alternative. 22. Yeah, alternative. Another option. That is it. 22. I should have dashed trouble ahead when the road dashed into a gravel path. I should have dashed trouble ahead when the road dashed into a gravel path.
Yeah, B.
I should have anticipated. Yeah. B.
I should have anticipated trouble ahead when the road shrunk into a gravel path. Is correct.
B. Yeah.
B is correct. 23. The lawyer argued that the new tax law should be dashed from the statutes. The lawyer argued that the new tax law should be dashed from the statutes.
Abolished and retracted. No.
Repealed and removed.
Repeal and remove. Yeah.
Remove.
Repealed and removed is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Repealed and removed is correct. D.
Repeal and remove.
Legal terms.
24. Ghana recently dashed Mexico by 4-1 in a football match.
Trash.
Bombarded. I like the word bombarded.
Trash.
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 Trash is correct.
C.
Trash is correct, yes.
Ghana
That's Mexico
recently
by 4 goals to 1.
trash. Is it C?
Yes. C.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Trash.
25.
Go back.
The abandoned children were taken to the dash. The abandoned children were taken to the dash.
Custody.
The possible answers are over here. Orphanage, kindergarten,
Orphanage.
hospital, ministry. Orphanage. This one, if you don't get this,
The trouble. Then you finish.
You ask, how would you take abandoned children to kindergarten, hospital, ministry? Orphanage.
Orphanage.
Okay. 26. The magician held his audience dash with his mysterious tricks.
Audience.
The magician held his audience dash with his mysterious tricks.
Undaunted.
D.
Spellbound.
The magician held his audience.
Undaunting.
No, spellbound.
The spellbound.
Yes. Magicians usually do that. Yes.
I said you're saying spellbound.
Spellbound.
Yeah, spellbound. That's the correct answer. Spellbound.
But what is the meaning of spellbound?
What is the meaning? Yeah, the spellbound.
Yes. Do you have any? Can you guess the meaning?
Enchanted.
The magician held his audience spellbound with his mystery spellbound. And to cast a spell on them.
You are not far from right, but if you can.
Spell on them.
We said to make them believe what he's doing.
Yeah, he made them to believe. So just like
That is So that is it. He held them spellbound. So they were so fascinated by whatever he was doing. Okay. Yeah, some sort of they were fascinated, or he actually kind of. You said he cast a spell on them, right? And I said not far from right. So kind of he bewitched them.
Bewitch them also.
To bewitch, yes, that one can also stand for that. Okay. So they were kind of bewitched. Okay, they were held spellbound.
Oh.
Yeah. So unconcerned, no. Shamefaced, no. Undaunted, no. Spellbound. 27. We could hardly hear a thing above the dash. We could hardly hear a thing above the dash. 27. We could hardly hear a thing above the dash. Whispers, serenade, miming, commotion.
Whispers.
When you are whispering, Whispers. That one, you know, you are doing it undertone. You know, whispers.
Nobody
You try
will
to.
hear.
So that one definitely, that one will know. That one will not be the appropriate answer.
About the
It's B.
commotion.
Serenade, you know, serene atmosphere. So look at it from that angle. If it is serene too, so it has something to do with the whispers. So look at that one as well.
Okay.
Miming, mime, you know miming.
Yeah.
Yes. When you are
Maybe.
trying to use kind of sign language or try to act something, but that one is in the on the
Now where
quiet.
you won't hear.
No commotion.
It's
Commotion.
commotion.
Yeah.
Because once there is confusion here, there is chaos, there is commotion. You can hardly hear a thing above it.
The commotion.
All the others,
Yeah.
we could hardly hear a thing above the commotion.
Commotion, yeah.
So if there is commotion and somebody is let's say, standing behind and trying to shout to say something to you, you will not even hear.
You won't hear. Hardly hear. Yeah.
So we could hardly hear a thing above the commotion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 28. The Ebri Botanical Gardens is a great tourist spot. That's 1,000 visitors each year.
So to say they are alive.
Attracting.
Attracting thousands.
Attracting.
This one bad here.
Attracting.
Attracting is correct. 29. Judging by the dash on her forehead, the lady disapproved of the incident. Judging by the dash on her forehead, the lady disapproved of the incident.
Frown.
Frown is correct. Frown is correct. Frown is correct. 30. All the beautiful young women left him dash cold.
Completely cold.
Completely cold.
Cold.
Correct?
Yeah.
31. Some people dash contemporary high life music for being dash. Some people dash contemporary high life music for being dash.
Criticize.
Contemporary high life music for being
adulterated.
Is correct. So the answer is B. Some people criticize contemporary high life music for being adulterated. "32. There was hardly dash space left in the lorry.
No.
D.
Again?
D.
Any, correct. Any. There was hardly any space left in the lorry. Any is correct. 33. She can easily dash him round her little finger.
Ring him. It's a ring we put on our finger. He can easily ring. Put him around her little finger. Daddy, where are you? Is it put or ring?
I'm here. I'm waiting for your answers now. I'm here.
It's A. Put.
Put him around her.
Yes, correct, please.
Put him around her little finger.
So it's like a figure of speech.
him run.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Put him run.
34. The news was dashed true.
Very good to be true.
Too good to be true. Too good to.
Too good to be true.
Then is it A or B?
It's A. Because realize that B doesn't have B.
Yeah, okay. Too good to be. Okay.
I realize that the A says too good to be true. But the second one is too good to true.
Good to true. No. Too good to be true.
So the news was too good to be true. A is correct. Then the last question there, you should dash more sense than to talk like that.
You should have had more. Have had. A.
You should have had. Yeah, A is correct.
That's
You should have had more sense than to talk like that. You should have had more sense than to talk like that.
$36.
Okay, once you have seen the 36, let's finish with it and let's move on to. Then I'll move on to a different one. The last OAU summit was attended by 20
head of states.
20
heads of state.
Heads of state. C. Heads of state. You can even say, I am the head of an institution, and it's okay. Even without the of state, yes, I am the head of a count, so head. So plural will be heads. So heads of state. Sister-in-law, sisters-in-law. So take note of these things.
Heads of state.
Yes, heads of state.
Heads of state. Heads of state.
37. Kwesi is the dash of the three boys.
Always.
The three. The three should be most.
Is tallest. You can't go for most and tallest at the same time.
Yeah.
If you are three tall, tallest.
Okay.
Kofi is tall, one. If they are two, Kofi is taller than Yao. But if there are three, Kofi is tallest of the tallest of the three boys.
Yeah.
Take note of that. Good.
Kofi is the
Then
tallest of the
38.
tallest.
Tyson does fight again.
Not.
Tyson
dare not to fight.
Yeah, the correct answer is A. Dare not fight again. Yeah,
dare not fight again. Dare not fight again. Dare not fight again.
Subject-verb agreement. Should I give you some 5 minutes to stretch yourselves, or we continue?
But let's continue.
Yeah.
Please, which is which? I want your opinion on that, and then if I am okay, if I have to continue, I'll continue.
5 minutes.
Yeah, let's continue.
This is what time are we closing?
Anyway, let me check my time. According to my Ghana time here, it's 1:29. And I actually want to close at 2. But if you want me to extend it to 2:30, I can do that.
The 2 here will be, is it 9?
9. Yeah. That'll be okay.
Yeah.
What about the Australia people?
Yeah, those in Sydney.
Anyway, that is listen, the two will be 30 minutes from 9, and then the 2:30 will be an hour from now. So which one? I'm okay for any of the two.
Sydney people talk, Australia.
Yeah,
talk.
because that would be close to 2 a.m. here. So I think let's stick to the 1:30 Ghana time, like you said. I think.
Okay, then let's take it up and finish it.
Yeah, Papa, the 30 minutes, I wish we can use it to brush through the stages.
That would be 9 o'clock.
The S's.
S, you know.
Yeah, that's my suggestion.
Martin. But as I said, I will also be forwarding the essay to you later in the day. When I finish, yes, I will just do that and send it to you. Okay. Then subject-verb agreement. Subject-verb agreement. Number 1. The committee agreed that neither the watchman nor the traders dash to blame for the fire outbreak at the market. The committee agreed that neither the watchman nor the traders dash to blame.
Were to be blamed.
And it's comparing to
were to blame, not to be.
Were to blame,
were
yeah.
To blame.
Yeah.
Remember, I told you that when you are using, when we did the golden rules, okay, on grammar, we said when you are using either or neither nor, and you are dealing with 2 different subjects,
that is close to the...
make sure you go for the one that is closer to the verb. So we have neither the watchman, which is 1, nor the traders. And it is after the traders that we are to insert the word. So you have to consider the traders there as in they. So you can't say they is.
No.
Okay. So the committee agreed, and this one is also passed, that neither the watchman nor the traders were
to blame.
Were to blame for the fire outbreak at the market. 2, none of the teachers dashed in the dining hall before the trouble started. None of the teachers. What the answer?
Where?
No, was.
None.
None
So
was. You see, when we said when you have none, no one, nobody, someone, these answers are all singular. Good. So take note. Please, you can go back to the slides I gave to you on that to refresh your memory. That should be week 1. It seems week 1 also. Yeah, week 1. So none of the teachers was in the dining hall before the trouble started. 3, one of my classmates elected the senior prefect of the school. One of my classmates
was.
One was is correct. One of them was elected. Good. And you don't say one of my classmates. It should be one of my classmates with the S. So take note.
Yeah.
So one of my classmates was elected the senior prefect of the school.
Was.
Four.
Okay.
4.
Neither. Neither.
Okay, neither the teacher nor students
Where?
Where?
were, because of the students there in class during the rainstorm.
Where? Neither.
5. What John and Jeffrey, what dash John and Jeffrey doing there at that time of the day?
Where?
What John and Jeffrey doing there?
Was.
Where?
What?
Where? Doing?
What were? What were John?
D.
Yeah, what were John and Jeffrey doing there at that time of the day?
Where?
What were they? So where is the correct answer? Please. Question 6. He is one of the few students who still dash basketball.
A.
He's
Place.
one of the few students
He is
A.
one
who
of the few students who still
Place.
plays. Yeah,
who still
A.
plays.
plays basketball.
He is one
Yes,
of them.
correct. He is one of the few students who still plays.
Mm.
7. Neither Peter nor Paul dash willing to wash the car.
Is willing.
Is correct. Is willing is correct. Is correct. 8. Behind the new houses dash a group of people.
Behind the new houses was. Hey, no, sorry.
Behind the new houses are
Was is also correct, but they will not bring it here. Look
But
here, they will not
it's
bring
not there.
was.
It's not there. So I didn't see
And
it.
so look out for the and was is past tense. So look out for the present tense of was.
Is.
Is good. Please don't be confused. You realize that we are talking of a group of people. So is a group of people.
Yeah.
Not groups of. For us to go and be saying are or were.
Is.
And they actually brought the are and were in the same because neither of the two is correct. So behind the new houses is a group of people. Or you can also say was a group of people. And because they know that is and was can both be correct, they did not bring was because we have is there. Number 9. Every constituency in the country dash its own members of parliament.
Elect.
Every.
A
Elect.
or B?
B.
I think elect. B.
B is correct. B is correct. Good. Every constituency in the country elects its own member of parliament. Very good. Number 10. Are you the person who dashed beaten last night?
Who was beaten?
Are you the person
Who
who was
P.
beaten?
Who was?
C.
Who was beaten last night? Good. Who was beaten last night?
Ayile.
11. Either the soldiers or their leader. Either the soldiers or their leader.
Either
Is to blame. Is to
for their theft.
the soldiers
is to blame. Is to
their leader
Is correct.
is to be blamed. Yes.
Is to blame. Good.
is to be blamed.
Either the soldiers or their leader. So you are
Yes.
considering the leader.
The leader.
But if it were either the soldiers or their leaders, then it would be blame.
Okay.
But because of the leader, only that's what you consider.
The last one.
Or their leader is to blame for the theft. Sorry?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Go ahead.
No, that we agree.
Okay. 12. Neither the accountant nor you dash able to solve the problem. Neither the accountant nor you dash able to solve the problem.
You.
Is
able.
You
able.
You are. It should be are.
No.
You are using you. I told you that when you are using neither, and there are two subjects there, consider the one closer to the verb.
Is.
So you, can you say you is able?
No. You are.
So you are able to solve the problem. So neither the accountant nor you are able to solve the problem. So, with these ones, take them. Yes.
So if
please,
we change the you, the position of the accountant.
Neither the accountant
How is it going to
nor Kwame is able to solve the problem.
Okay.
Because you can't say Kwame are. So neither the accountant nor you are, because if it has to do with is, then was must also be correct. And they know that is not correct, was is also not correct. And that is how come they brought both of them as part of the possible answers. So you are considering, just a minute, you are considering, you are actually considering this you. So you must go with are. You can't say you is. "13. No boys of this kind dash here now. No boys of this kind dash here now."
No, it's
leaves.
No, the answers are live, lived, lives, has lived.
no. We can't see no boys of this kind. Nobody of this. I can't see.
No boys of this kind.
Yes.
A.
Question 13. A is correct.
A. Plural now
14.
take singular.
Amma together with his sister. Sorry.
Papa, go on.
Amma together with her sister dash today. I remember this together with in addition to together with. What's the answer?
Amma together with his sister travel today.
Travels.
Huh?
Or travels.
Yes.
Travels today is correct.
Travels.
It will be travel when it is Amma and her sister.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. If it were
together make it one.
If this is Amma and her sister, then you say they. But Amma together with her sister is treated as a singular subject.
So it's travels.
So travels today. Travels today. The man together with his dog is coming. The man together with his dog is coming.
Okay.
15. Neither you nor I nor anyone else have known where the treasure is hidden.
Else knows.
Knows is correct.
A.
Knows is correct.
Yes.
Yes, please. A is correct. 16. Either the coach or I dash attending a training course. Either the coach or I dash attending a training course.
Either the coach or I is attending a training course.
So you should consider the I. I told you, see, take your time and use
I'm
the
Yeah.
potentialities here. Either the
Coach
or
attending.
I. You can't say I is no.
I am
am
attending a training course. Yeah. So I told you have to look at the subject very close to the verb. The verb must agree with the subject. I. It is not about the coach there for you to say the coach is attending. It is the I that we are dealing with now. 17. The manager dash that he is not responsible for the loss.
Persist.
Insist.
Insist. Desist. Resist.
The manager insists.
What's the answer?
C.
C is correct. The manager insists
Sorry. It's C.
that he is not responsible for the loss. Insists that he's not responsible for the loss.
Yeah.
18. In Animal Farm, Orwell dash about the evils of communism. In Animal Farm, Orwell dash about the evils of communism.
Right.
The B. Right.
B is correct. Yes. In Animal Farm, Orwell writes about the evils of communism. Correct. Right. 19. Neither the cities nor the country. They like this type of questions, Papa. Neither the cities nor the country that's entirely free of crime these days.
Is.
Correct. Is. and you are considering the country, and they are also talking about these days, so that is present. So you can't go and be using was. So you see, we have both is and was. We have is and was. We also have are and were. So present and past there. But the question is talking of these days, currently. Okay, so is 20. The farmer as well as his sons. The farmer as well as his sons.
Grow.
The farmer
Grow.
as well as his
Hey,
sons.
grow.
Like.
His sons grow.
Grows.
Grows. See.
Ari and Papa.
Farmer as well as the farmer as well as his sons. The farmer together with the farmer in addition to.
Yeah.
Oh, the way they put it. Okay.
Yeah.
I did it.
Please go back to the first lesson. Now I'm reading
So it's gross.
to refresh your
Mm-hmm.
the grammar, the golden rules. 21. My friend and counselor dash gone. My friend and counselor dash gone. 21.
It's gone.
Gone.
No,
So,
it's gone.
It's gone.
Can you please analyze the question well?
My friend.
Yeah.
And
There
counselor.
are two people here.
Oh.
My friend and the counselor.
No.
No,
it's one person.
Don't bring in the over here. Please take your time.
There's
you are changing the question for us.
he's your friend. At the same time, he's a counselor.
Yeah. My friend counselor.
My friend and counselor.
Oh yeah. You are right.
Good.
It's gone.
It's gone.
I beg you wrong. Analyze the questions well. It's gone is correct.
Okay.
22. Yeah. He was the only one among the boys who dashed board. He was the only one among the boys.
He was the only one among the boys who was the only one. So he was.
I like the analysis. Keep it coming. Analyze and give me the answer.
Hey,
yeah. Out of the boys, we are talking about he alone.
He was the only one among the boys
who was
bored.
Who was?
I think he was bored. He was bored.
Okay, I like your boldness. Yes. Any other person to support the argument there?
Yeah.
He was the only one among the boys.
You are referring to he.
Who was bored?
And how about the boys?
Yeah.
Among the boys.
The boys. We are not referring to the boys, but we are referring to he.
Yeah, I only want you to defend your answer. That is all I want you to do. So
yeah, Papa, out of the boys. Oh. But we are referring to he alone.
To him alone.
Okay, please, do you agree with his explanation, or you have a?
Yeah, he's the only one among them, and we're talking about him alone.
So you're also going for?
He was bored. Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. That's correct. Let's move on.
Right.
That's correct, please. Let's make progress. Romeo and Juliet dash a play by William Shakespeare. Romeo and Juliet dash a play by William Shakespeare.
Was a play.
A play.
Was a play.
Was
Because
is. Was is. Which is which?
Is.
Oh, it's a play.
It's a play. It's correct. It's a play.
It's a play because it's saying that it's saying, okay, it's a play.
Yeah, it's a play. And you see, some people may rather go in because they say Romeo and Juliet, they will be thinking they. But this is just a title of a play.
Oh, so when you say a play.
So it is a play by William Shakespeare. So instead, you can just replace the Romeo and Juliet there by I. So you don't say they because it's just a play. Romeo and Juliet is the title. 24. All but one of the factories. All but one of the factories.
Has collapsed.
Please remember we did this golden rules on grammar. I'm not sure if I can even see it here. I'm pulling the book from my.
Oh, but one factories. Oh, but one.
Has. I tell the answer is C. Because you don't say all at once. Okay, all but one.
The factories
have. Yeah, let's consider factories.
Oh, but one of the factories has collapsed.
Please analyze it. I'm listening to you.
I'm saying that you are talking about. You are saying that all the factory has collapsed. So we are talking all. So just only one that is currently standing now.
Oh, but one.
All but a particular person, or thing means everyone or everything except that person. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, even the answer is telling you is referring to only one.
So that is.
So what answer are you going for?
Has or was? Has.
Oh, what was is out?
One.
Oh, has. Yeah, so has collapsed.
The answer is between has and have.
Has
Right,
and have.
have.
Then let's take have.
All the factories have collapsed.
Okay, except one.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, I was thinking.
Hey, let's analyze the statement well.
Oh, but one of the factories.
But one.
One. So I was thinking it's only the one.
No. Let's analyze.
I think we encountered a similar question like this, and Mr. Dunfe gave that explanation. Like he said, it was about a case. He said everything was what except the truth.
And please do that. I want to see if I can pull it over for you. So you do the analysis quickly. I'll get to you in the next 30 seconds or so.
So we are looking at all the factories.
Go ahead.
All the factories but one. So now the but one means that is the survival. Only one of the factories survived. Only one of the factories survived. But aside that one, all of them, they are down. One of them survived. So all.
So it's
of the
talking
factory
about one.
have collapsed, but one. So we are looking at all of them have collapsed, but one.
Oh.
Okay, please give the others the opportunity to also make some. Please let me help you out here. Anytime you have questions like this, your focus should be on the all.
On the all.
Are you okay?
Please
all,
come again.
So it must go with a plural.
Yeah. Have.
All but let me all but Kofi means I'm trying to explain.
Okay.
All but Kofi means all the people except Kofi. So here a plural verb should be used. A plural verb should be used. So an example, all but Samson like coffee. All but Samson like, not likes.
Okay. So all but one. Oh,
so what is the correct answer here?
Now it's going to be half.
Yes, the answer is half. H-A-V-E. Yes.
Have the
Please, it is in your week 1 golden rules on grammar. It is there in the slides I gave to you. It's there. All but, nobody. Then anytime two subjects are separated by, they are all there. Please, all these rules are there. All of them are there. So I will just crave your indulgence to go back to the lessons and then read those things if you have forgotten, at least to prepare you adequately for the exam on Saturday. Okay, please. Concentrate on the all. So the verb should be a plural verb. A plural verb. Good. 25. If she dash your senior prefect, would you insult her?
If she were.
Very good. Remember, we did this. We said, if she were, and not if she was. I gave that one to you. It is there. Yes. If she were your senior prefect, would you insult her? Sometimes it doesn't sound so pleasing to the ear, but that is the rule. 26. He dashed to meet the minister if he wants to win the contract. He dashed to meet the minister if he wants to win the contract.
He has to meet the minister if he wants. He has.
He has. If he wants, look at the wants over there. So look at you should look at the tense in which the sentence is actually being formed. So he has to meet the minister if he wants to win the contract. "27. If Thomas dash our leader, no one would disobey him."
Is. Oh, okay.
No
It's
one
would.
If Thomas
were
our leader, Thomas has
Is
been.
D. We just did a similar one here. 25.
Well.
Look at 25. If she were your senior prefect, would you insult her?
Yes.
So over here is the same thing. If Thomas were our leader, no one would. We just did a similar one up here. So please take note of that. 28. No one except her friends. That's her. No one except her friends.
Her friends like her.
The correct answer is like. L-I-K-E, like.
B.
No one except her friends like her. 29. Corn from the United Kingdom and France dash arrived for sale next week.
Corn from United States and France have arrived. Have arrived.
Huh?
Hold on.
Are you sure it's have?
I think that the corn has arrived.
That is all. It's corn that we are referring to here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Corn has arrived.
The corn has. We're thinking about United States and France.
You.
It's only corn.
Please,
okay.
Yeah, corn has arrived. English, you. Corn has arrived for sale next week.
That's so.
30. Question 30. Though both Sam and Tom are eligible, neither dash interested. Though both Sam and Tom are eligible, neither dash interested. Morning.
Good morning.
Neither was interested.
Take your time here. Though both Sam and Tom are eligible. Neither dash.
Neither.
Fine. Yeah, neither dash interested.
Is interested.
Is interested is correct. Please, so you see, you realize we have was there and we also have is. But because of the are, so if we say though both Sam and Tom were eligible, neither was interested. That makes sense. But
so
because it is are, we have to go for is. All right. 31. My dad, together with our teachers, regularly dashed us to study hard. My dad, together with our teachers, regularly dashed us to study hard.
Together with my sisters. Then advices. Or teachers. It's sometimes confusing.
My dad advises us to study hard.
Regularly. What's the meaning of regularly?
Every day.
What's the meaning? If something that is being done regularly, what does it connote?
Continuous.
It's continuous.
So please analyze the question and give me the answer.
My dad, together with our teachers, are advising us.
Remember, this one is together with our teachers, so you see it as one entity.
Together.
So don't break that one. So it should go with the singular one.
Advices.
Is advising us.
Is advising us.
Yes, that is the correct answer. It's
advising us.
Because of the regularly there, it is a continuous thing. They do it continuously. This will have ing. But you can't go for are because of the together with. So my dad together with our teachers. Okay, so it's like my dad is always advising us. He does it regularly, continuously, always advising us. So my dad, together with our teachers regularly, is advising us to study hard.
But one of my
Yes, I'm listening.
The DVC and DISCE.
Okay, please. Let me help you. ADVICE is a noun. So if your father gives you advice, that is the CE.
Okay.
And then the process he uses to do that is the SE. So it's a verb. It's a verb. So that is the process. But what he gives to you is the CE, the noun. Are you okay?
Thank you, Papa.
Yeah, advice is good for everybody. Advice is good for. So that one is ADVICE. So we need to receive advice. That's still CE. That's a noun. Okay. But the process by which somebody is given the CE is the SE. So the SE is a verb and the CE is a noun. And they are actually homophones. Homophones, same sound. Remember, we did that one to homophones, homonyms.
Yeah.
It's one of the slides. Yes. So same sound, but different meaning, different parts of speech. 32. Neither Otu nor his sons. Neither Otu nor his sons. We met this severally. So this time I want you to get it correct this time around without any mistake. Neither Otu nor his sons
are here.
Here is correct because of the sons.
Yeah.
Sons. Good. Very good. And that is the more reason why I know you may not have enough time at your disposal, but I would rather plead with you to go over almost about 50% of the questions I sent to you. The answers are also at the back there, okay, at the end. And once you do more, you realize that you will be very comfortable with the way the technicalities actually have to be dealt with. So even if you go and meet different questions, but once they follow similar patterns, you realize you'll be able to answer them with ease. So please try as much as possible to go through the questions I sent to you. Pronouns and others, they are all there. Okay, the relative pronouns, who, whom, whose, and those things, they are there. So take note. 33. One of the most fundamental changes dash the transition from trading to manufacturing. One of the most fundamental changes is very good. It's the transition from trading to manufacturing. 34. And please, this one, there are only 41 questions. So we'll finish all of them. This one, there are only 41 questions. So we'll just finish all of them. 34. Neither the teacher nor the student.
Neither the teacher
nor the student.
Has seen.
Has seen the thief.
Seen is correct. Has seen is correct. Has seen the thief is correct. 35. Each man or the woman dash the weekly dues. Each man or the woman. Again,
C, pays.
C is correct. Pays the weekly dues. Pays the weekly dues. Very good. 36. Either the soldiers or their leader. Either the soldiers or their leader.
Is
We
to
saw a
blame
similar
for
question.
Is
Blame. Is to blame because of the leader. We saw this question. Yeah, we saw this question earlier. Is to blame for the defeat. 37. Neither the accountant nor you. You see the way they have been repeating past questions.
Yeah.
Neither the accountant nor you. We met this question too. Nor you.
It's you are
able to solve. Are you sure it's are? Read the question. Read the question to the end.
Oh, neither the accountant nor.
Read the question to the end. To the end. I said neither the accountant nor you able to solve the problem yesterday.
Oh, you were.
D.
You were. Sometimes when you become so excited,
we have
when you become, you see, you become so excited, and you say, "Oh, you are," but this is yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
Anyway, but you have done well. You have done well. You have not seen the trick, but take note. There is yesterday over there, so it means simple past tense. So you should go for where.
You were.
All right. Either the children or the father. Either the children or the father.
Trims.
Trims. A. Trims the hedge.
Yeah.
Trims the hedge. 39. 39. The hunter together with his children. The hunter together with his children.
Sells meat.
Dash meat by the roadside. Sells. The hunter together with his children sells meat by the roadside. Very good. 40.
Ayariga.
Ayariga with 5 friends. Dash arriving today. Ayariga with 5 friends.
With 5 friends. Together.
Dash arriving today.
So if together, it's arriving today.
It's correct. I like the way you analyzed it. So it is the same as Ayariga together with 5 friends. It's arriving today. It's arriving today. And the final question. Only I dash qualified to the contest.
I am qualified to the contest.
Only I.
I am qualified to the contest.
Yes, only I am qualified to the contest. So the answer is C. Only I, just say only I is qualified. No. Only I am qualified to the contest. All right. So please, that is it for the subject verb agreement. A little technical. So please, you have to do some more work on it. Yes. We have actually spent close to an hour. Yes, when I said 30 minutes, we have done that, and we have even done 16 extra. So I think we'll have to pause here. But with the essay, I'm going to do that. As soon as I finish, I will do that, and then Well, after the scanning, it doesn't look that bright. So I will have to come and then you realize that this one is quite bright. You see it clearly. So I will have to work on the brightness and the sharpness. So that's what I do. Okay, so I will do that and then send it to you. Save it as PDF so that the file will not be that bulky. And then you can open it easily on your phone, your tablet, or your laptops. If you have any available space for us, you can arrange a class and then we can still have a discussion. If you want to contact me privately too, you can do that.
All right. So we will see if tomorrow will be feasible. We will check.
Matiwai.
Maybe after Royal Papa.
Think about it. No problem. No problem. No problem. It is well. Just please, just be very observant, okay? Be very, very observant. More ready way now, be observant. Just analyze the whole thing and you'll be fine.
But the problem is with the time. The problem is with the time.
Let me also give you a trick here. Already the question and you realize it is not coming, just take it and move on to the next.
Okay.
If you delay, okay, insisting that no, I must get the answer before I move on, you waste so much time. So give yourself, especially for this one, questions like this, you are to spend within 15 seconds. 15 seconds, yes. 15 seconds, you should be able to answer. It's just like quizzes. When we are organizing quizzes, we do that 15 seconds for questions that do not involve calculation and 30 seconds for questions that involve calculation. So you don't go for 1 minute. 15 seconds for questions like this. So after the 15 seconds and you realize you are not getting the answer, just place a tick by it and move on to the next question. And when you finish, you come back to the ones that you left, and then at least you have some time to now work on them. Okay, that is what you have to do. And for the essay, for example, if you can spend 20 minutes on the essay, that's even fine. 20 minutes on the essay is okay. 20 minutes on the essay and go straight to the point. Go straight to the point. Mind your grammar. As I said, the ones I'll be sending to you has certain rules that you have to follow to help you write very good essays. So I'll also send that one to you to assist you. Okay. Also by this same A+ series, questions with the suggested answers, what they used, the marking scheme that they used to do that, to actually mark the scripts. Okay. So yes, your timing is very important, but don't waste so much time on one question. Don't waste so much time on one question. That is all I can say for now. More especially on the comprehension to comprehension. Yeah, now people waste so much time on the comprehension before they realize they said you have 30 minutes more. And they're like, what have I done? So know yourself, your strengths. By now, you should even know your strengths. Okay, so if you know the grammar is where you rather enjoy it, or the grammar will not waste so much of your time, you quickly go and do the grammar, then you come to the comprehension, and then that is it. If it is an essay you want to start with too, that is the ball is in your court. Because no one rule works for everybody. Some people may prefer to write the essay first, come to comprehension, and then do the grammar, and they are through with it. All right. And please, I am done. If there is any other comment, you can bring it. If not, then we can close here.
I am tired, aren't I?
I
just like it. I just like it so much. That's
why are there? Yes, why are there? You have done very well. Subject verb agreement.
Yeah.
Then we have the question and answer tags. They are here. What you just said, they are here. These ones are all there. So go and work on them. Question and answer tags. I intentionally took my time and then separated them for you. Each of them has the heading. Prepositions, under, between, about. You should know when to use them correctly. So all these things.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Please, if you're able to go through all this, if you're able to go through all these topics with the questions and prepare yourself, then no. Where else would they go and pick the questions from that you will not be familiar with? Why? Don't do Baba, don't do too and poor, but just understand the concept. For the question and answer tags, you know that a positive statement goes with a negative tag, and a negative statement goes with a positive tag. And if there is no auxiliary verb, then you use do. Okay. If it is a present tense, then you say don't. Okay. Or do I, don't I? If it is past tense, didn't I, and what have you. So that is the trick there. I wish you the very best as you prepare. And then if you have any available space, like you rightly said, you just alert me and I'll also prepare myself to meet you. Take care of yourselves.
Take care too. Mami Rhoda, are you on the line? Okay, Papa Berma, can we do the vote of thanks with the prayer and then we have the benediction?
What call is what me jina minu nyina na mu na yɛde aseda mu kyenkyere pa de amount yɛde aseda mu rempema siedu aseda mu tibrekese de amount ɛwɔ mmerɛ wanya ɛne wo kyerɛkyerɛ a wo de akyerɛkyerɛ yɛni aso bebree yɛka sɛ Nyankopɔn wo nhyira bebree ɛwɔ Yesu